President Mnangagwa yesterday rounded up the Zanu PF campaign ahead of Saturday by-elections, calling on the electorate to bury the thieving Citizens Coalition for Change (CCC) that has reduced towns and cities into ruins through gross mismanagement and rampant corruption. Speaking to a +20,000 crowd that packed Chamanuka Primary School in Chitungwiza, the president warned errant non-governmental organizations, violence instigators, drug lords and secessionists against destabilizing the country, saying the full wrath of law will visit any unruly elements. The country goes for a by-election on Saturday, and the ruling party that has come to the rescue of urban areas through provision of water, rehabilitation of roads and provision of employment opportunities came out in full force in Chitungwiza, where a parliamentary seat and wards are up for grabs. Altogether, there are 28 vacant constituencies that will be contested on Saturday, along with 122 ward seats. The by-elections were triggered largely by the squabbles in the MDC, which has since morphed into CCC, albeit with the same form and character. This huge turnout is a testimony that this constituency, St. Mary's, and indeed Chitungwiza as a whole, you are united and believe in the leadership of Zanu PF. If you didn't appreciate this, you wouldn't be here. Every country has a ruling party, and in this country the ruling party is Zanu PF, that is the party you should follow. Why do you want to go to a party that has no government, that has no people? Because of what has happened in the past 20 years, look at the ruin that you have endured. President Mnangagwa yesterday brought water to the perennially dry town of Chitungwiza when he commissioned the presidential borehole scheme, a temporary measure expected to end water challenges in the satellite town as works on the project that will offer the long-term solution continue. This is in contrast to the raw deal that residents, not only of Chitungwiza, but most towns and cities, have received from successive opposition councils that have abandoned service delivery and continue to feed fat on ratepayers. To ensure service delivery, President Mnangagwa said it is wise for Zimbabweans to elect representatives who have access to the levers of power in the form of Zanu PF, a party whose candidates will ensure that expectations from the people reach the highest office. If you want the government to do something for you, it goes through government structures and not through the opposition. I came here in St. Mary's and have commissioned a borehole for this area. Just recently I was approached by representatives of the party who told me about the water challenges you are facing, and I said to them, you have done a good thing. I told them that in the short term we have the presidential borehole drilling scheme. It is only 16 days old and has drilled more than 20 boreholes already here in Chitungwiza. The president said, after he heard the challenges faced by residents of Chitungwiza, he approached partners who helped fill the void left by councils that have been running down cities. You voted crooks who cannot do anything good. Imagine a person who begs for sanctions so that people can turn against Zanu PF, but that will never happen because the ruling party will rule forever. We should always be alive to the fact this is our birthright and we must protect it. All these parties making noise were not there during the liberation struggle. Of course our constitution allows for multiple parties, but these will not serve anything. For 20 years, Harare and Chitungwiza have not had a municipal authority that fulfills the wishes of the people. They just steal, while roads are potholed and people go without water, the president said. After realizing the challenges faced by the people, the Second Republic led by President Mnangagwa came up with Devolution, a program that has helped in the transformative development of rural areas where the ruling party holds sway. But that has not been the case in urban areas, where funds usage is not really accounted for. In Harare alone, a loan of US $144 million was misappropriated by the MDC-run councils. The president called on Zanu PF supporters to therefore embrace people joining from the opposition, as they have seen the light and now want to be part of the Revolutionary Party. Zanu PF in both rural and urban areas is bigger than any individual. Zanu PF is a pocket that fits anyone, but no one can put Zanu PF in his pocket. When we fought for this independence, we fought for everyone. Even today, Zanu PF embraces everyone across the country. If you were once lost, we will welcome you back. Those who have steadfastly stood with the party through thick and thin, please welcome newcomers. This is no longer a war as the one we waged, but this time all that one has to do is to vote. We are all embracing the water that we brought is for everyone. This is happening for the first time in 20 years. We have an ideology, a policy and principles that guide us. We have a leadership that not this CCCCC thing that only has one leader who has no ideology but dreams of going to State House. That is impossible because this country has its own people and it will never be ruled by a puppet. I want to say to you that the time is up. Let us take back Chittingwiza. Let us return the town to the hands of Zanu PF so that the challenges you have are attended to. We are the ruling party. You cannot have a council which collects revenue but does not deliver on service. We have a chance to vote for councillors who can speak directly to the leadership. He said in next year's elections, people should vote for Zanu PF candidates who can easily access the leadership of the country. Don't be hoodwinked by false promises that have never been delivered. They have nothing to offer except for lies and empty promises. As the Second Republic, we will never promise what we cannot deliver. Of course we have our challenges, but we are solving them. Can a country be built by violence mongers? I want to talk about drugs. We have come up with a number of programs that we are funding for the youth and women. We don't want our children to be drug addicts. I have heard that you have such problems here in St. Mary's. Those selling drugs, stop that immediately. Those who will be caught selling drugs will be committed to prison for the rest of their lives. The youth should come together and we will support your projects. We want to leave our country better and we will empower you. Don't waste time demonstrating, make money. We have several windows for funding that can assist you as the young people. Come forward with your projects, we will support you. Denouncing secessionists, he said Zimbabwe will remain a unitary state, united under the same flag and national anthem. The president also warned meddlesome NGOs that his government will not hesitate to kick them out.
I'm the street.